Good morning, Berkshire County. This is Jillian with your Sunday bar fitness class through Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. Grab some water bottles or light weights, a Pilates ball or playground ball if you have it, and then grab something to use as your bar today. So anything like a heavy chair, countertop, railing, back of the couch, just something that's going to give you a little bit of stability. We're going to work through upper body, hit the bar, hit the mat, and then we'll cool down. Let's get going. Grab your equipment, grab your space, make sure you have a mat, and let's do this. So you can start off straddling your mat in a wide second position. So this should be an external rotation from the hips. Oops, getting stuck there. Nice rounded arms in front of the shoulders. You should have a nice slope. You can go ahead and tuck those thumbs in. We're going to already start thinking about lengthening that body through the crown of the head, shoulders down and back, abs are in. We plie, up, plie, up. As you take your plie, I'm going to get to this right off the bat, especially if this is your first class. I want you to make sure you're not going into a squat. It's an even distribution of that weight, neutral spine, shoulders over the hips the whole time, knees over toes. And if that plie gets too intense, I want you to go ahead and take it, just decrease that range of motion, so don't go down as low. 4, last 2, last 1. Deep breath, bring it back to second. Deep inhale, exhale at the top. Four, 3, last 2, last 1. Drop it down, give me little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Nice long reach to one side. Trying to keep that shoulder down, lateral flexion, side to side. Back to center, plie down again, other side. Lift it up, plie. Go ahead and drop that right shoulder, hands can be on the thighs. Then the left. Just a couple of these. One more, each side. Lift it back up, arms in second, we plie, step touch. So you're gonna push off, outside leg. Nice and controlled, nice and tall. Making sure we're not hinging forward. The shoulders are back. Just getting warmed up here. If you wanna add some arms in and out, you can do that too. Doesn't matter what it looks like. 4, 3, 2, last one, each side. Shake it off. Go ahead, bring those feet hip width. Nice fifth position, arms rounded slightly in front of the ears. Should be able to see those pinkies. Abs are in, we lift up, toes are forward. High knee. So if it's too intense, I want you to go ahead and lower that leg. Don't lift it up so high. You can do a little march here if you need to. 4 more, we're going to add in those arms. Last 2. Last 1. Add in those arms. Four, 3, 2, last 1. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and bring the elbow to opposite knee. Get that rotation. We got 8. Make sure it's a rotation. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Shake it out, bring those feet hip width, last part of the warm up here. First position arms. We lead with the knee, snap the foot out, front kick. Keep breathing. Try and stay nice and tall. Take it slow if you need to. 4 more, we add in those arms. Last one. Add in your arms. Doing great. Stay with me. We're just getting started. 4. Last 2. Last one. Shake it out. Take any stretches that you need. Make sure you have some water available. We're going to go ahead and come down to the mat, tricep dips. Switch my mat over a little bit here. Oops. All right. So slowly make your way to the mat. Toes face forward. Actually, let me push back so you can see my entire body here. All right, toes face forward. Hands come behind you, fingertips facing forward. If you need to modify, instead of lifting up, you can work against your own body weight. Keep that tush planted into the mat. Otherwise, we're going to lift up, bridge position. We're going to do 10 with the heels flat into the floor. So shoulders, make sure they're pressed down away from the ears. Here we go, first 10. You have 8. 4. Make sure we're not locking out those elbows. Last one. Switch those feet, heels. So dig those heels into the mat, toes are up, abs are still in. I want you to make sure, again, you're not just dipping the pelvis and that you're not locking out those elbows. Here we go. Doing great. 4. Last 2. Last 1. This time demi point, last set. Here we go. Nice and controlled, doesn't have to be fast. Watch those elbows. Almost there. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Go ahead, stretch out the tricep. And we're actually going to stay to the floor. We're going to do something a little bit different. Spice it up. We're going to do upper body from the mat. So grab your weights or your water bottles, or you don't have to use anything. You're going to go ahead and come crisscross applesauce. Shoulders down and back. So while we're focusing on the upper body here, I want you to make sure that you stay nice and tall. Abs are still pulled in. Shoulders down and back. Nice length through the crown of the head. So if you're using your weights, go ahead, grab them. You're going to bring them up. Weights are held in a hammer curl position. Elbows lined up with the shoulder. We're going to bring it to 90 degrees, and we go a little up, up, up. Four more, we're going to bring it in. 2. Now we go in. In. So a little in, it's just about an inch. And I want to show you, make sure that you keep those elbows lined up with the shoulders the whole time. No sagging. Drop the weights if you get too tired. Keep it strong. This is going to burn even without those weights. We ready? Last 3, 2. We're going to bring it into a combo. We go up, in, up, in. Keep it small, no swinging. Full curls are next. Drop the weights if you need to, if you feel those elbows sagging. Last 3, 2. Last 1. From here, we extend, curl in. With control, so we're not swinging. Nice and controlled. Slow on that return. Stay with me. Put those weights down if you need to. Abs are in. Make sure we're not leaning back. Give me 4, 3, 2, last one. You can drop the weights for a moment and then bring them back up. Same position. This time we're going to have those palms facing in. So just like we were doing a regular bicep curl, except we have the elbow lined up with the shoulder still. So from here we do little up, up. And again, if the weights get too much, put them down, no shame. You want to be using 1 to 3 pounds here. You know, it's tricky, the exact weight if we're using water bottles, but we're working with what we got, right? 3, 2, and 1. Now, little squeeze in, in. So again, in, little in, but my elbows lined up with my shoulder. Abs are in. Stay strong. Last 2. Now we do our combo. Up, in, up, in, up, in. Keep it strong. Again, if you find those elbows falling, trust me, when we do this in class, you get really fatigued. Oops. Last one. Now we do full extension. I think I made you do a couple bonus ones there. That's all good. A couple bonus ones won't hurt you. Nice and controlled, so no swinging. Want you to make sure, again, you keep that alignment. I'm just going to use this time to check. I have a couple messages. Oh, it's just watching things. I never can tell. It's when I don't look that there's like a tech issue. So, how are we doing? 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it back to 90. And we're going to bring it out, goal post, squeeze it in. Oops, adjust those wrists, sorry. So goal post, palms face forward, and then we squeeze it in. Squeeze in. Keep it strong. And again, if you need to drop your weights, go ahead and do it. Pretend those elbows and that forearm have a magnet drawing in, out, out, out. In. On the out, we still have that elbow lined up with the shoulder the whole time. Give me 4, 3, 2. Oh, I keep moving my hands, sorry. Feels weird when I don't have weights. Hold it in little ups. Up, up, for 8, 4. Last 2. And 1, bring it back out, little pulses and goal posts. So again, palms are facing forward. Let me grab my weights again. Palms facing forward, elbow lined up with the shoulder. Little press, press, press. Keep it small. For 8, 4, last 2, and 1. We extend, bring it back to goal post. Extend, goal. Extend, goal, with control. Again, if you have to drop those weights, you're probably feeling that burn. We still have a couple exercises to do. So if your form is suffering a little bit, I really want you to look at that. Get rid of being proud. You should be proud you just showed up today, and do it without the weights. Or maybe lighter. Maybe you switch from 3 pound to 1 pound. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it down in goal post here. And now we're going to rotate out, palms face the floor. Don't hyperextend those elbows, little pulse. Shoulders down and back, abs are, we're still standing tall. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we rotate, palms face the ceiling. And we're going to do a nice little T curl here. Curl it in, extend. In, extend. We're going to switch the position of our body. 1 more set after this. Stay with me here. Woo! With control. Making sure we're not locking out the joints. We get that full extension at the same time. slow on the return. Woo! Give me 8. We can do this. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it out. 8 pulses to finish, we got this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights. Ah! Take a breath, do a quick stretch. Other side. Maybe interlace those fingers, press that fist down. Biceps if you need it. And then go ahead, come to a kneeling position. So I'll do it this way so you guys can see me. Now if kneeling isn't comfortable, you can go ahead and sit in a chair. So I'm gonna have my toes into the mat. Abs are in, I'm gonna hinge about 45 degrees. Extend the arms to the front, shoulders are down. Abs are in, we row it back. Squeeze those back shoulder muscles. Squeeze, with control. Keep those abs in. And again, dropping those weights if it's making your form suffer here. You can build up to those weights. Keep those abs in. Control the upper body. I know, I feel like I'm swinging all over the place. Stay with me. We've got 8, 7, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. We're going to go into kickbacks. So make sure you're still okay with that position. Double check your form. Abs are in. We're going to extend the arms back. Elbow is going to act like a hinge. Top part of the arm should not move. Elbow should stay at that level at all times. Inhale and exhale. Keep it controlled. Watch those shoulders. I feel you. Mine always want to sneak up. Watch that elbow. Abs are in. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it out. Now we're going to go micro curl, halfway, or micro curl. Micro kickback, so halfway and press up. Same thing though, elbows still in control, so we're not swinging the arms as we do this, okay? Halfway, back. Abs are in. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it up. We got 16 pulses. Let's do this. Let's burn it out. Last 8. 4. Last 2. And 1. Put those weights down. Hit those triceps. Awesome job. Other side. Don't forget that stretch. Don't go switch over the laundry or do anything like that. Take the stretch. Trust me. Shake it out, roll those shoulders out. And we're gonna go ahead and get ready to do our bar work. So if you need to move your mat out of the way or go get what you're using as your bar, let's do it. Move this out of the way, grab some water. Oops. All right. So I'm going to use my Pilates ball today. If you don't have this, we're going to start in parallel position with the feet. So if you don't have the ball between the thighs, we're going to go ahead and bring it in tight. We're going to start with calf raises or elevates in parallel. So toes are forward. If you have your ball, put it between the thighs. Toes face forward. Abs are in. Lacing up that corset, or lacing up that rib cage like a corset. shoulders down and back, gentle press on your bar, and we lift and lower, lift and lower. So we're nice and tall, visualizing that length with the body, all the way up, all the way down with control. Now, if you're into this already and you feel like you're cramping up, you can go ahead, lift halfway, lower down. So don't go that full range of motion. Rule of thumb for bar, usually decrease that range of motion for a modification. Stay with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going up for balance in 3, 2. Hold it here. See if you can take both hands off the bar. Hold your balance. Squeeze that ball. Go ahead and drop it down. Going to flex that foot to the right, or flex that right foot. Hips are still squared up. Get that ball between the thighs, and we're going to lift and lower. One leg here. So if you are, come to the side of the bar where you guys can see me here. So I've got my foot flexed, lift, and lower. And the bar I'm using today, I want you guys to be able to make sure you can see me. All right, I want you to hold it up on your next one. We're gonna squeeze the ball, a little squeeze, keep that foot flexed, lower down. Lift, squeeze, lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Don't let those abs go. Ooh, 4, 3, we're gonna hold it at the top and give you a choice to do 8. Ball squeezes here. Last one, hold it up. 8, 7, 6, with control. If it's too much, lower down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, bring that right foot back to parallel. Make sure the ball's not on the knee joint. Flex that left foot. Gentle press on the bar, abs are in. Nice and tall, shoulders down and back. We lift and lower. So we're not gripping our surface for dear life. Gentle press. It's just there to add that little bit of stability. Foot stays flexed. Stay with me. 8, 7, 6, 5. You ready for the ball squeeze? 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take out your ball for a moment. Keep it close by because we'll be using it for our plies. I'm going to extend one leg back. Stretch out the calves. Don't walk away from that stretch. Stay right here. Take it. Especially with those calves, you probably are begging for it right now anyway. Other side. If one side's still feeling kind of crampy and uncomfortable, take the stretch for a moment longer. Listen to what your body's saying. All right, so let me adjust my bar here. So I'm gonna grab my ball. We're still working in parallel, so toes are facing forward. So I'm gonna grab my ball. I'm gonna show you from the side. We're gonna do this facing the bar, so you have both hands on the bar though. Toes face forward, you got that ball. Bring it between the thighs, above the knees. If you don't, bring it in nice and tight, zip it up. Nice and tall, abs in, ribcage laced up, shoulders down and back, lengthen through the crown of the head. We're gonna lift, lower down about 2 inches, little tuck. So what I'm doing with my tuck, when I get here, is I'm just making that pelvis in a neutral position, tailbone towards the floor, pulling up through the front of the abs. This is gonna be where we start. From here, if you need to modify, you can drop it down, flat feet. Should be having a lockdown on that ankle. It's actually, it sounds crazy, but it's gonna actually protect the ankle. If you're starting to drop the heels, just bring it back down, flat feet. So we're gonna go lower down 1 inch and up. So one, a little up, little down, little up, little down. So I'm keeping my shoulders over the hips the whole time and making sure I'm not sticking my booty back or dropping those heels, taking that modification if I need to. Up an inch, down an inch. Keep it strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. 10 squeezes with that ball. Squeeze, squeeze. Keep it tall. And now from here, we're gonna come back to the bar. Well, we were there anyway. My thoughts are out loud today, I guess. See if you can balance. Take a little tuck. Hard, right? Whew. And then from here, we're gonna go down for 2, up for 2. So notice how I'm keeping that bend in my knee to protect the knees. So I'm not lifting up all the way, locking out those knees. I start 2 inches down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shoulders are over the hips the whole time. So if you're here, the burn is too much, drop it down. You're still gonna be working hard, but that'll help with your forming, keep you a little bit safer. Are we almost done? Yes, we are. Whew. We're gonna finish with that 1 inch, up an inch, down an inch. In just a moment. 4, 3, 2, drop it down, up and down, up, down, up. Last 8, here we go. Shoulders over the hips the whole time. Now sticking that tush out. 4, 3, 2, hold, and release. Take your ball out. Stretch out those quads, square that hip off. Other side. See, I'm trying to make sure I can get in the shot here. All right. So this time we're going to go into arabesque. So if you have any lower back issues, go ahead and stack your forearms. No matter what position you take, heels together, toes apart with those feet. So stack forearms, or bring back tabletop. Abs are in, heels together, toes apart, ankles underneath the hips. I'm going to tender my right leg back. So you have a soft bend in the knee. It's not quite locked out. It's really hard to not lock it out, so be careful there. Hips are squared off, not opening. We're going to squeeze the glutes. As we lift the leg, we're going to keep it behind the hip. Just lift and lower. And you can't see me, so I'm going to adjust my position. Keep on with your lifts. One leg. On your next one, I want you to hold it up. Little pulse. Up and down. Up and down. Now, if you're feeling pinching in that back, either come to the stack forearm position or decrease that range of motion. So lower the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. From here, it's going to be dead weight for that right leg. We're going to plie with the left. Knee tracks over the toes, hips are still squared. Now, if that's too intense, you can just keep on with your pulses. So let me change my position so you can see. So notice how I have that turnout in my leg, or in my foot as well. Hips are squared, plie, up, plie, up. That knee tracks over the toe. Hips are squared. Give me 4 more. We're going to pulse it down in that plie. It's going to be awesome. Last 2 and 1. Plie down. 8, 7, 6. Little pulse. 4, 3, 2, And one last set here, we're gonna lift up, squeeze that tush and pulse, plie, lift and squeeze. So make sure you lift up out of that plie, and then do the little pulse, squeezing those glutes. Stay with me, we got this. Come back in a different position so you can see me. Plie, squeeze and pulse. You got this. Whew, then to the other side. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Ooh, drop it down, shake it out. And then from here, left side, or whatever side you didn't do. Same thing for form. Make sure those hips are squared off. You start in that first position. Lift behind the hip and lower down. Watch that supporting leg. Make sure it has a soft bend, not locking out. Ooh, and if it's too much, take a figure 4 stretch and then go right into it. Oops. Get ready to pulse. On your next one, hold it up. Little pulses. 8, 7, 4, last 2. Hold it. We plie, up, plie, up. So again, as we plie, knee tracks over the toe. Actually, let me see if I can show you this way so you can see a different angle here. So hips are squared off. My foot's turned out behind the hip. Knee tracks over the toe, so make sure it's not going in or overextending out. Doing awesome. Woo! Four more. 3, 2, hold it down. 8 pulses, squeeze those glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. So from our plie, we lift up, squeeze those glutes, lower down. And again, if it's too much, I want you to go ahead, just take some pulses here. Keep it going. Here, grab my water here, my throat's getting dry. All right, how we doing? Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop it down, bring back to first. Walk it up, figure 4 stretch, so ankle over opposite knee. And enjoy it. Other side. Now if one side's tighter than the other, I want you to hold it an extra moment if you need to. All right, now we're gonna go into our second position plies. Again, sipping on that water whenever you need it. All right. Oh God. Anyway, heels together, toes apart, tandu out. Second position, so side of the bar. Now if you're in a position where you can use a bar and your feet can fit underneath, not gonna get in the way when you're moving, then you can use both hands on the bar if you need it. So we are in a wide second position. Heels should be just past those hips, shoulders down and back, abs are in. And from here, we're just gonna take a plie. So down and up. Little squeeze on the way up. Don't lock out the knees. We're standing nice and tall, shoulders stay over the hips. So as we plie down, it's like toasting a toaster. So not in a squat. Shoulders over the, shoulders over the hips. Abs are in neutral spine. How we doing? Last 4, 3, 2, hold it down, little pulse, nice and small. Another 8, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. I want you to pop that left leg or right leg, or whatever way you're facing. Outside leg, really doesn't matter. One leg up. We do a little pulse here. Keeping that heel nice and lifted. Another 8. Maybe you can take it a little bit deeper. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Drop that heel, lift the other side. If you need to switch sides on your bar, if you're able to move it like a chair or something, you can do that. Little pulses. Heel is lifted. So if you're dropping it like this, just keep it flat and take a pulse. Nice and strong, toast in a toaster, right? You got this. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of it, reach. We're not done yet. Slowly roll up. We're gonna plie. See if you can pop both heels up. Take a balance, nice and tall. Abs are in, you might be shaking, it's okay. Comes with the territory, and I want little pulses here. Can we do 16? Yeah, we can. 8. 4 more, then we're gonna hold it. Last 2, and 1, hold, see if you can balance again. Neutral spine, shoulders in line with the hips, and release it. We got 1 more set at the bar before we hit the mat. Take another stretch. Turn those toes to parallel, facing forward. And then slowly come up, roll out the shoulders. Now, we're gonna do our plie passe that we've been working on. So I'm gonna probably flip my bar over for the second set, just so I'm not hitting anything. So you're in your wide second. You can keep a hand on the hip or the arm. You can come into a second position. We're gonna plie, make sure you're not too close to your bar. And then passe. So big toe towards inside opposite knee. So it's an external rotation here, not a tree pose. Hips are squared. And then we lower back down. So as we lower down, make sure we don't press those hips back into a squat. Nice and gentle. Inhale, exhale. Control landing here. Try and be nice and quiet. Now, if this isn't in the cards for you, you can bring that foot a little bit lower, but I want to see those hips squared off. I'm going to give you a challenge option here. Just a moment. Think about that toast in the toaster as you land. You have 4. And then we'll do 8 with our challenge. No, just a couple. I'll be easy on you today. Last one, take a balance here. Woo, if you can. And then we'll give you that chance to do the challenge before we switch sides. So we plie, option to releve. Ooh, plie, releve. That's not in the cards for you, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Give me 2. And 1. Now if you can balance here, great. If not, shake it out. Let's get to the other side. Whew. All right. So we take take our wide second. We plie, passe. Nice and controlled movement. So make sure that we're not bringing that knee parallel. Stays turned out, but we're not opening our hip, right? Almost done. Just got that mat work. Slow it down even more if you need to make sure you get that form. If you're starting to get sloppy, own it, fix it, right? 4 more, we hold it, and then option for our challenge. 3, 2, take your hold here if you can, abs are in, hips are squared. Ooh. And then release it. So we're gonna take just a couple here, and then we'll stretch out those legs. So plie, releve. Ooh, don't slip and slide like I am. This is where bar socks come in handy with a slippery floor. But too humid out there for now. Give me 2 more. Last one. Hold it here. Oh, I'm shaking. And release it. Shake it out. Stretch out the quads. Hips are squared. Press that hip forward. Drop that tailbone. Or tuck that tailbone slightly under. Maybe balance. Doing awesome. We're almost done. The hard part is behind us, right? Release it. Get that other side. And then drop it down to figure 4. Ankle over opposite knee. Sit down in your chair. Hold it. So don't hold this for like a second. Get in there. Don't force it. But if you're like me and your brain is working faster than the words are coming out of your mouth, you're going to want to hop out of that stretch. Focus. Other side. You earn the stretch. This is your little cheat moment, right? It's not even a cheat, it's a little reward for that hard work. Shake it off, hit those calves. Other side. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. Make sure you grab your water. Get your mat. Almost done. Home stretch. All right. Grab my mat. Now if you have your ball, go ahead and grab it. Where did I put my ball? All right. So slowly come down to the mat. We're going to come into a crunch position. If you have your ball, put it between your thighs. Toes face forward. You go ahead and stack those hands behind the head. Abs are in. Feet are rooted into the mat. We're going to lift up and down. Keep those elbows wide. Up and down. Nice and slow. We're not rushing. We're not going to turn into a pumpkin if we don't rush our exercises, right? Now what I want you to do is as you lift up, squeeze that ball and down. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. Up, squeeze, and down. One more, and then we're going to squeeze that ball at the top. Up, squeeze, And down. Now up. Squeeze. Keep squeezing. 10, 9, 8. Release the head if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze that ball. Hold. Slowly lower down. We're going to bring the legs into a tabletop position. Hands stacked behind the head. We're going to do a 1 count crunch and then a reverse crunch. So crunch, reverse. Crunch, reverse. Nice and slow. Stay strong. You got this. Almost there. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stay in your reverse crunch. You can go ahead and put those arms by your side. It's more comfortable. Stay strong here. And if it's too much for the ball, ooh, as I throw mine, take it out. We've got 8. 4, 3, don't give up now. Last one. Now you can lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Curl the hands behind the head. We're going to do bicycle crunch. So opposite elbow, opposite knee. Stay with me. Almost done. We just got planks after this. Keep it nice and slow. I'm going to go fix my phone here. Stay strong. Almost there. Give me one more set. We can do this. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop back onto the mat. Bring those knees in. Give yourself a hug. A little squeeze if it's comfortable. Maybe stir those legs around. Other direction. And then go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can hold on to the feet or the ankles. Just take a little stretch. Hips anchored into the mat. And then release it. Shake it out. Maybe little circles with the ankles. And then we slowly come up. Transition side plank. And actually I meant to grab my phone. Better charger. So we're going to do 30-second side plank. And actually, you know what? We'll see. See if we can take it up a notch. So, forearm parallel to the mat. Hips are stacked. You can take this on your knees, straight legs, or I like to have my top leg extended. Shoulders should be underneath or lined up with the elbow. Lift up, hips are stacked. And you can just do little pulses here. Or just hold it. I want those hips to stay lifted. So stay lifted. Now if you want to add that extra burn, you can go down an inch, up an inch. Keep breathing. Hips stay stacked. Doing great. We're going to go down, hold, down, hold. Lots of options. And I want you to finish 10 more seconds. A little rotation. I'm slipping all over the place. Now, when you add the rotation, keep the hip lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, hold, and release. Whew. Roll the shoulders out. Regular plank, 60 seconds. So I'll give you a couple different variations. I'll start straight arm. 60 seconds here, plank position. Stay on your knees if you need to modify. Make sure you have those hips tucked under. You don't want to be holding your plank like this. Also, don't want to be dropping the hips, right? Tuck them under. Shoulders pulling down away from the ears. Nice and strong. You can also be on your knees, like I said, or forearm. Ooh, slippery. Almost there. Oops. You got this. Almost there. 10 seconds. Hold it. Oops. There you go. All right. Go ahead and drop it down, child's pose. Big toes touching. Now let's flip over other side. Side plank to finish strong. We got this. So elbow lined up with the hips, or elbow lined up with the hip, shoulder lined up with the elbow, lift the hips, whatever variation you need here. You can just hold it. You want to spice it up? Little up, little down. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Or down, hold. Down, hold. Get that burn. Oops. Now if you want to add that rotation, you want to keep the hip lifted. Make sure it's not dropping. Oh, slipping. Last 10. Last one. Hold it. Lower down. Now flip over gently, gently, gently. Child's pose. Extend those arms. Big toes touching. Maybe you can extend those arms out a little farther. And then when you're ready, walk the fingertips over to one side. You did great. Now it's time to take some breath. Reflect a little bit on all your hard work. Back to center, and then walk it over other side. Back to center, and you can slowly bring yourself tabletop. One foot comes to the front of the mat, hands frame the foot. And if you need to modify, you can keep that knee down. Otherwise, tuck that toe under, bring it into a plank position. Now you might be good here. Maybe you can lift up a little bit. Or with the opposite arm, add your twist. Without letting that knee sink in or overextend out. bring that foot back. Plank position, other side. Whatever version you need to take here. And then bring it back. Meet the other one, and we're going to slowly come around. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. We got this. Pure joy here. Bottoms of the feet together. You can hold onto the ankles or the tops of the toes. Big inhale. And then exhale into that stretch. And then from here, extend one leg out. Other leg comes in, shin will be anchored into the mat, as will the hip. Then keeping that lateral flexion reach towards the extended leg. Making sure we keep that shoulder from scrunching up. Slowly come back to center. Extend that leg, other leg comes in. Same thing. Making sure we're not leaning forward, side to side. Watch that shoulder. Move slowly back to center. Now you can bring both legs extended. Maybe little ankle circles here in one direction. Or we flex and point the toes or the foot. And if it's comfortable, keep your foot in that flexed, the feet in that flexed position. Rock that pelvis slightly forward, lower down on your forearms. Maybe you're good here. Maybe you can extend those arms a little bit more. And we slowly walk those fingertips back in. We come to standing for our final plie. Taking our time. This is still our time. Instead of rushing to whatever's calling us after the class. So when we get to the top, we go to that wide second position here. Plie. Arms in second. If it's comfortable, lift the feet up, releve. Bring the hands to the heart and just take a moment. Being thankful for all our bodies do for us. How we remembered to move today. Carve out that time for ourselves. Thank you so much. Have a great week. And thank you for joining me.